Hey guys, it's Tootsie, and I'm back here with another video, and I'm clean faced today. I'm in the mood for filming, but I don't want to do my makeup. I took a shower this morning, so my hair is nice and clean. I don't know why my roots are just looking orange on camera. That's weird, but I didn't really want to cake a bunch of makeup into my pores. So today, the video I have for you today is about my scars. Now I have two permanent scarring on my body from when I had stitches, and they're two different situations, two different times, and so I'm going to tell you about them, so hopefully you can see. Let me see if I don't know if you will be able to see on my finger. Well, yeah, you can't see it, but I have a small line on my finger from when I was 5 years old, and I was always very, being explosive, that's not a word, I was always very interested in things. I always getting into things that shouldn't be getting into. I always really wanted to explore things, and one place I always loved to explore was my mom and was my parents' bedrooms. Bedroom. They had one bedroom, and especially my father's stuff. I have no idea why. I was just so interested in stuff. And one time I was playing with a pocket knife he had. I was sitting there taking out the knife and putting it back, and I never realized I cut myself. And then when I was done playing with the pocket knife and put it back, I walked out, and I kind of rubbing my hands together. And then when I walked into my parents' bedroom, my hands were just covered in blood. And I was like, "Mommy," and she just looked at my hands. She took me over to the wash and washed my hands, found out where I was bleeding from. And I don't remember what happened after that. I don't remember leaving the house with my mom. I don't remember going to the emergency room. I don't remember the doctors I don't remember them putting it in there. I do remember the doctor taking the stitches out of my finger. I do remember going in for that, but I don't remember from the bathroom getting my hands washed when my mom put my hands in the water. I don't remember from that point up until when I got to see. I kind of have a vague memory of my aunt coming over and doing it in a living room on the back of the couch, because my aunt had her license for it and she knew how to do it, but my mom said that it never happened, that I took you to the ER. But I remember my aunt coming over with a needle and thread, a needle and type of thread material, kind of plastic thing. But I was 5, and sorry if you hear that. I have a cat right over there, and she's starting to give herself a bath, and so if you hear that, that's her. Okay, so that's my first scar on my body of when I had stitches, and I was 5 years old, I said. Next story is when I was in 2nd grade, so I'm 7 years old, and it's beginning, and I live in Minnesota, so we're in that transition from fall to winter, and it can get really cold sometimes. And in my elementary school, I had music class, and then we would go to recess, and then we would go to lunch. And I did not go to my locker for my jacket, because the music room is on this side of the school, and you had to go around the corner just to get outside, and then my locker was way down there where our classrooms were for the 2nd graders. And so I never went and got my jacket, and so I was cold outside at recess. And the ladies there would not let me go back in to go get my jacket, because apparently some kids they wouldn't come back out, so they didn't want them going in, which I found kind of sad because I was cold. So I was running around, and now this area, it's here's the door, and there's a wall here, there's a building wall here and a building wall here, so it's kind of and then you go out, and then it's a bigger area where the playground is. So I'm just in this little wall area where the doors are, it's I'm the building, and here's the wall and the doors to go in. And then there's 2 walls. Our building was shaped really weird. The elementary school was shaped really weird. And so I was in that little box area, and I was running around trying to keep warm, and the wind was really icy cold, and it was hurting my eyes. So I decided I'm going to close my eyes and run around with my eyes closed, because I thought, I'll run around and I'll keep me warm. Not a good idea. And then I hit between, and there were these pillars, of holes like for a canopy, and I bam hit one of the pillars, and that's where I hit my face. And this is where I don't know if you're gonna be able to see or not. Oh, you can kind of see like that small little pink area, kind of right where my finger's pointing. Little indentation. I hit my hand and I started bleeding, and I remember when I hit it that I turned around and looked, and I saw what this eye at the base, and all the kids that had come in, they were kind of stopping and looking at me. So I don't know if my scream drawed them in, or if that's right when the whistle blew for us to go in to lunch. See, I don't know. I just remember, because normally they would run, but I just remember seeing them running and then stopping. So I don't know. Like, was this really gory? Was blood dripping? I don't remember. I just remember I was crying. And then I remember a girl who she actually became a friend later on, and like in the next year we actually became best friends. Cattail. Okay, anyway, she actually took me to the nurse, and the girl who was my friend, she kind of felt bad because she wanted to hug me and all this stuff, and the nurse was like, don't touch her. And the nurse kind of cleaned me up and gave me a patch where I had to hold my eye, and I had to sit and wait for my mother to come. And I was like, I was at recess, I'm hungry, can I go to lunch? So then the nurse like wanted to wait till like the crowds are gone, so then she walked me down to get my lunch, and I ate my lunch in her office waiting for my mom. Now, this is when my memory gets foggy. I don't remember my mom showing up. Like, she did. She did come and get me, but I don't remember it. It's not in there. I don't remember my mom actually coming in, actually getting in the car, and driving to the ER. The next thing I remember because I can remember sitting in her office and in the nurse's office and seeing her on her computer, and I can remember sitting there eating my lunch, but then the next thing I remember is I'm in this big room with a dark room with a light just shining on my face, and then some guy asked me, what color do you want? And I was like, purple, because it's my favorite. And he looked in and he opened this drawer, and he was like, there's no other colors than black. And I remember my mom, she was on the left side of me. I remember that, and I remember there was like some other nurse lady in there too. And then like after he asked that, I don't remember him walking over. I don't remember him explaining what's gonna happen. The next thing I remember after him asking me what color I want to open the drawer is him coming with a needle towards my face, and I'm like, my mom's here on this side, and that nurse, she's over here, and they're like holding me down, and this guy is coming here with a needle at my face, and I'm in second grade, I'm 6 years old, so I'm terrified here. I'm just terrified. And then I don't remember. I remember that he said after he did this, okay, I gave you 3 stitches. I gave you 1 on the inside and 2 on the outside. So I had like weird looking stitches there, and then I remember that my mom, she took me home, and then I remember I actually went to an in-home daycare, and we had to stop there. I waited in the car, and there's some younger kids in the window that came out and looked at me, and I had bangs that kind of covered it, so I picked up my bangs, and the kids looked kind of weird of what I had on my face, because they were wondering why I'm in the car and not at school. And so we went home. I remember the next day at school that my homeroom teacher actually said to the kids, I think, that I have something to show them all. And so I don't remember standing up. I just remember sitting there and pulling and just kind of, look, got stitches because I ran into a wall. So, and that was it. And so those are my 2 scars. Those are my stories. So, I was young. I wasn't too smart, but I learned my lessons. Don't play with knives, and don't run around with your eyes closed, and get your jacket because you don't want to be cold and running around with your eyes closed. So I just thought this would be a fun little bit to just tell you about my scars on my body. Maybe somebody out there has similar stories, or you guys can, if you guys ever gotten stitches or ever broke a bone. Sorry, she's squishing the door because she wants to be let out, but I'm almost done with this video, so I'll let her out. And so just comment down below if you guys ever have any stories about getting stitches or breaking your bones. I've never actually personally broke a bone. I've never broken a bone whatsoever. I am clean. My bones have never been broken. And so just comment down below, let me know. And you guys can like this video up if you liked it, and you like these kind of like what was called like story time videos. If you like them, like this video up, and I'll probably try to think of some more. And so, if you haven't subscribed it, you can subscribe it. If you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe. What am I saying? If you haven't subscribed yet, and you can subscribe, and you can join us here in the Pine Tree Forest. in Minnesota because we're in a pine tree forest here. And so I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!